Hi everyone, we're here today with the beautiful Sellina from Essentially Raw, and she's just completed the last intake of Soul Ignition. And I've asked Sellina just to give us a bit of an understanding of kind of her experiences from within the program, so that anyone's thinking about joining us, they've got a bit of an insider view. So Sellina, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you joined Soul Ignition.
Okay, so I am a mum of 4 children, married, I live on the Sunshine Coast, passionate about food, essential oils, plant medicine, anything like that can be wrapped up into a holistic space. And what drew me into this is I adore Ellie. I've had the joy of actually having Ellie, live with me a handful of times in the groups that I've been in, and I really loved I love the way you engage, basically, and it struck a chord with me. So as soon as I heard with the Soul Ignition, it spoke straight to me, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm at this point where I really want that internal spark to occur, because I was tired of seeking outwardly for it. Part of me knew that wasn't actually going to work, because at the tender age of 50, I was still appeared to be seeking outwardly. And then this came up, went, oh my gosh. So that's what had me click yes for it. And I don't know. And then it just sort of unfolded from there as we dove in with you.
Brilliant. So what sort of, as you kind of moved through the course, what was the biggest surprises for you?
The biggest surprise is, I think, one that popped straight into my mind was that the unconscious contracts that I had made, they were really unconscious, because I had no idea until they popped up. And then what floored me even more is obviously what I had created, the story I'd created on the surface had absolutely nothing to do with the unconscious contracts that I'd created. So they were real light bulb moments. I was like, oh my gosh. And then it felt like, I don't know, I was able to untie quite a few knots in that area and then clear it up. And it was unexpected.
About your experience with the live sessions?
They were actually really good. Yeah, they were really good. My preference is in person, but obviously in our recent, phase that we've all travelled through, it's had to get used to Zoom. Yet I didn't even notice it after, I don't know, once you got in there, it was fine, because everything, how it was set up and how it was shared and how people were engaging in it, it was perfectly good. Yeah.
And how did you feel about, being in that safe space, by being able to share with the other ladies in the group?
Yeah, it's a relief. It's a relief to be able to share and know that others are on the same journey as you. It's just like, oh, thank goodness. Everyone here, whether you said lots or very little, you knew, you could feel that group dynamic at work. If you've got that little tap on the shoulder, or that little nudge inside, you can't quite put your finger on it, then I think what you're offering in Soul Ignition will help you get to, get onto that where, you're trying to touch inside you. It just helps bring it out, so it doesn't need to take another 10 years of, sitting on a mountain meditating sort of deal, which I haven't done. It allows it brings it into focus, and it just, I don't know what it's hard to describe, but I guess just what you've put together, and I think the length of time is brilliant, and the amount of content in it is realistic, but it's still enough to keep you nudging along as well. So it's not like, oh, well, that's 5 minutes, that's all done for 7 days.
Yeah.
But it got in a way where you could actually utilize what was occurring on a daily basis. So it became a bit of a daily habit. I just liked how it was all. I really liked how it was all put together.